Hello, everybody. A little bit the nuggets of what's going on. It's kind of like interesting energies of Venus coming to Aries. Feels good, right? Nice, clean. It's kind of like a new beginning. You getting this breathing moment. You breathe and you kind of like relax. Everything will be okay. Everything will be fine. We are in a new cycle. We are in the new things, and it feels good, doesn't it? You feel refreshed. You feel like it's time for the things to goes off, and it's beautiful. It's perfect. Yes, it is perfect, but is it? First of all, tomorrow it's May 4th. So, and keeping up as a Star Wars fan, May the 4th be with you, or may the force be with you. That force that makes you change inside of you. Kind of like interesting. If you're a Star Wars fan, you probably will learn a lot of spirituality stuff. You will kind of like find it in there, in the fine lines between, the scenes or something inside of you, and you will look into it. But what I want to talk to you here is that the Venus finishes cycle. Finish is going around the circle. It came out of the Pisces, and you feel like, yeah, I can, whatever it is going on, I can just move on. I get to this love. I can get to these new things. I will forget for everything that happened. I will just do it. But that is only one portions of the thanks, one portions of the love. To tell you that in the French astrology, a little bit, Venus doesn't represent actually the person you're living with. It represents the lover, because the moon it represents the mother into the astrology, and usually the person who seeks for a spouse, he's more likely to look for this kind of like a mother figure inside of it, while his Venus it's kind of like looking more for the lover for it. But people who understand what's going on is that they're looking for the lover and the mother, kind of like combine things. That's why sometimes the mother doesn't like the person he choose, simply because they projected that love that somebody like them for it. That little thing when you go to Aries, you will kind of like trigger the things in you. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you're female, it's kind of like your mother doesn't like you what you become, because your Venus is in a different place. You're not like them. Or your mother is going to tell you, it's like, well, that's what it is. If you look in your chart where your moon is and your reflections, your aspects towards Venus, it's kind of like it determines this weird secret relationship with your mother that you have. For example, in Star Wars, the relationships with the mother create this anger, and Anakin Skywalker he turns into Darth Vader. Uh, was kind of like a similar aggravation was into the movie Divergent, when he could not forgive his mother for abandoning him. Okay, so look in this inside now. Venus is going into a new cycle, and you feel like something's been done, but did everything that it needs to be done? Okay, did you did everything? Don't forget that your masculine it's still in Pisces. Okay, it still has a lot to go on in order to come into the new cycle. You are both masculine and feminine inside of you. So during this masculine and feminine thing. Okay, this is how you combine the two things of the force in you, the love in you. Okay, the force is love. All right, if you have to look at it as a Star Wars, the love, the force is love. Always been and always is. Um, but if you look at it astrology wise, what happens is we're having a Jupiter. It's approaching to come into Aries. Jupiter is Zeus. Okay, he's the one that, while in Pisces, he's transforming you to the energy of the angelic, the goddess, the things, everything is, as well as Mars is ending cycle in Pisces. So they will move into Aries. But right now, at this moment, some of you is gonna be like, "Yeah, I want to test this new love. I want to test these new things. I want to test these situations and things like that." But I haven't finished my work. But I'll do it anyway. I won't finish my inner work. And now it comes into a moment that Jupiter comes in, and you feel like, yes, I did it right. I did my inner stuff, I did my inner things. And all of a sudden, you end up in the same cycle it was before. And now it's like, what's going on? And for those who cannot finish their inner work now, they will go back and finish it. Jupiter is going to be turning retrograde and it's going to go back into Pisces, kind of like giving you a second chance to reconfigure your own self. So, what are you going to do right now? It is uh, before you using something new, okay, uh, get to learn it first. Learn your new cycle, learning new things. Josh, thank you for having you here. Hi. And Jenny, hi, how are you? Hi, Lisa. Thank you for you guys being here. So learn that new love, feel it, try to understand it, this new cycle in you. Try to get into your internal energies. Okay, it's like you go into a new country, you go into a new place. Okay, don't just put the blind horses and you just go for it. That's what the energy of Aries is, right? Go around the town, go learn the town, go learn the history of the town, the history of the country that you are. That's how you need to look at it. Just get to know what it's you're around. But as you go around, take a look inside of you. It's like, I have a chance for a new life. Okay, you will feel that energy of a new life in you. It's kind of like a beginning of new things. Things. Um, Hi, Margaret. Yeah, divine timing, 338, right? Yeah, I will look at that number, 338. What's going on? The numbers, by the way, has been going nuts. It's been crazy. I watch a video and it says 999 likes. I drop my roommate, my best friend, to work, and he's like, "Oh God, the numbers are crazy." Yes, they were just repeating numbers, mirroring numbers all over the place. So this new energy, this is the time that you evolve. If you evolve from your old self, now you're in the skin of your new self. And before you kind of like you have no patience to test your new self. Okay, it is like, woo, I gotta go, I gotta move, I gotta do. Da, 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 da. But have you grow to this? Okay, have you really grow in these positions to test your powers? Not quite yet. And that's why I make this video, because for some of you, you need to allow the things to grow. So, for example, if you buy a Lamborghini, okay, and you never in your life drove a fast-paced car, okay, I mean, you don't know that car. The chances you're gonna go behind the wheel of this thing and you step on it, is you're going to end up crushing it. That's what this is, period, right now. That is why the Mars right now, it's in Pisces. It's kind of like grow the thing, learn the thing, not go with 200 miles and try to get in a corner. You're going to crash it. Okay. So that's what this energy comes in. But Jupiter, when it goes in Aries, it come back in Pisces, it's gonna be telling you, okay, you messed up, you broke the car, you damaged the car. Did you learn your lesson? Okay, let's review. Let me go back to school. Let me go back you to go to this driving class. How you handling this car while the car is in repair? Okay, and that new love, that new energy that comes in, is beautiful. It's got the pink glasses and everything. Or you need to learn that. Did you learn the things from the previous cycle when your glasses were pink? Okay, so um, there is one quote that I just posted over in the Facebook. Don't look for the good in people. Look for the truth in people, because the truth will reveal everything. It was something like that. Um, but because the truth is naked, then when there is the truth, there is the good and everything for it. Oh wow, Crystalline, hi. I wasn't looking the chat, so you guys are all here. Thank you guys for the support, watching here, watching the videos. For so we are going to have a Mars coming in, and we're going to have a Jupiter comes in. Uh, and during those processes, learn to combine and balance the two energy of your new you. Okay, uh, if you don't balance those energy, you will end up and doing something impulsive. You're gonna be doing something nuts, something crazy, something out of ordinary. But then you're gonna lick you once, because there is that chance for having a crash or tower moment and so on. So as far as that period goes, keep watching the astrology things that I'm doing, uh, but learn that energy. Let yourself go of that energy to enter in you and become a friend with it. That new love and areas can help you to understand, did you really grow from the previous cycle? Did you really square away yourself? Did you really did the things that you needed to do? Did you left the past where it is? Did you learn your mistakes? Did you confess? Did you forgive? Did you do anything that your old cycle was? And if you did not, then you're going to be real learning that you can move forward if you hold to the back. That's quote of about holding and the Facebook. It's like pain until you learn to let it go. That's what this is. That's what this process is. But in order you to do this, you have to feel good within yourself. And that's what this beautiful energy of Venus and Aries brings to you, is that vibes of the good things that comes up. Okay, guys. So I will take some couple of questions if you guys kind of like have some questions for it. Um, Thank you for yesterday, by the way. Yesterday we had great questions, great things that comes up, great confirmations. Jupiter, by the way, it's responsible for your growth. You're not growing properly, and you have to go back and relearn to grow properly. That is this important process of Jupiter that he's going to do every time when he goes from one sign to another. So I hope you kind of like intuitively may feel like the energy is like yeah, I feel something, I kind of like I was lazy, I procrastinate, or I didn't really look on something, I really didn't get into something, but I'll move forward. If you feel that, I will strongly suggest you to take a look deep in you. Probably is going to resonate with some of you, and this situations that you are in point of your life. Um, Mars will comes in. Mars will come in into Aries. That's also a new beginning for your masculine energy, and this is going to be intense. Okay, intent to do the things. It is the force. It is this new beginning of you feeling yourself. But don't be like an Iron Man trying to test new improvement of the equipment, uh, and then you ruin the equipment. Okay, learn that patience with your new self, it will help you to don't repeat mistakes from the past cycles of your life. Patience within yourself, that will give the patience from towards others. Okay. um Now, since these processes are related, they're personal. Okay, Aries is about personality. I am compared to the cross point is Libra, which is we are. Okay. This is why some of you, the ego can increase, your actions based out of thinking but not feeling. It's going to increase for it. So when Jupiter comes back, you might going to be getting slapped, and that's why I make this video, to make sure you don't get slapped for it. So yeah, you guys more than welcome for questions. I hope you guys are doing fine, and I'll be here, doing some more nuggets. Since a lot of people sleeping in the United States, maybe later on I will do another video for it. Later on, probably like give it a take, like 8 hours from now. So that's what it is. Dio spoiling us with all these videos. Spoiling, I wouldn't say spoiling, but you guys, deserved it. Plus, I have the time now to do this. Uh, there's been more improvements. I've been digging more deep into retrograde astrology. Been digging up into more into the vibrations. Uh, uh, Joe, New Zealand here. Thanks for the info. 10:49 p.m. Yeah, that's good. That's good that I'm doing some videos now, because some people there in the South America and United States, they don't get, kind of like they're just getting the views, but they cannot interact with me. And that's why some people in the United States, they gotta wake up too early. It's like, I mean, I think so. It's between 2 till like maybe um, 4 a.m., something like that in the States, or even earlier. So that's what will make those kind of like a videos for it. Because interactions during the videos, I learned it now. That's the new Venus energy that comes in me. Is that part of interactions with people. Because during the people you do life, you can interact not only with an energy, but also the people who comes in. There's going to be some these questions that uh, they will be asked on the point of the energy of the universe. Okay, so basically, it's kind of like we all, you, universe, and I, can work together. Okay, which is going to bring some more things compared to I recording video, waiting here for 1 hour to record it. It's much better doing live sessions, pop out like this, and whoever needs to be there, there will be, for some reason, the universe is going to bring them, which is I think it's the UI of doing things. Okay, you know me. I don't ask you for subscribe to me. I don't ask for anything else. Um, and That's what this channel always been. It's like whoever wants to subscribe, they will do it on their own. Whoever wants to join or whatever, it's up to them. I left it everything, my videos, to be controlled by the universe. Uh, That was the beginning of this spiritual relationship with the universe. Okay, and that's how it's gonna be. So. Crystal in Florida, 6:50 a.m. Oh wow, it's a 7 a.m. in there. Oh wow, yeah. Hopefully you don't walk outside and see a little alligator. I love Florida. I gotta tell you, I've been there and I love it. And hopefully you have a great sunshine and you can go ahead and go out on the beach and things. Depends where you live. Jenny, Dublin, Ireland, 11:52 a.m. Dublin. Jenny, I love Dublin. The airport. I just, I just love it there. I mean, I've been traveling it, and Dublin. It's a very kind of like transferring hub, and I just love it being there. And I love to travel with Aer Lingus. No commercial time, no anything, but just it is what it is. Some things are the way they are, and someday I will go to Ireland, and yeah, it's on my bucket list. Okay, I have a lot of bucket lists. We'll see how that goes. But Portugal, 11:53. Me estoy hablando portugués, me estoy hablando la poco español, solo la muchos gusto, muchas gracias. Mira de este video. Eh, e la feliz buenos días. Um, mm, Crystalline, well, next time you visit, we'll buy a coffee or even a Guinness. Not too much into the Guinness, but there is something in Ireland that I need to visit, and there are some kind of like old cottages, history places, and I would probably prefer to be in a very old stone cave cavern uh, to have a cheese and a wine and maybe a fish and a chips for it. But I would love to be there. Crystal and Alligators were along the beach with bears and wild pigs. There is a lot of wildlife in my community. Great. I love bears. I love bears. Someday I may have a pet a bear someday for it. 11th Warrior is I love you, dear. You have helped through my journey for at least 5 years. Thank you for your powers, God given wisdom. Yeah, you need to thank the gods. You know, you gotta be always thankful to God. It doesn't matter. He puts you in a places, even sometimes he gets you to this uncomfortable things, but he sent you there for his purpose. And it doesn't matter what the things are. Always be grateful, grateful, grateful for your journey. You will understand after you get off of the storm what's going on. You're always gonna be doing this. Oh my God, thank you so much. I hope you have a good day too. I lately have been having a lot of peaceful energies because I feel the energies before they come and I work for it. That's how it usually happens with me. And when the time comes in to give those energies towards the people, I already have it. So they feel that energy, and that's how the energy just kind of like a poof goes around us. You guys been watching my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Um, and Cherry, good morning from Maryland. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Good morning. And um, things that goes that way. Okay. If you are not thankful now, take a look in the back and be thankful for your past cycle. Okay, but also learn from the past cycle. During the retrogrades, we are going to have some, you know, a lot of comebacks. I already gave you yesterday the comebacks, but the most important comebacks is the ones that are moving and shifting between Pisces to Aries, because this is how the new cycles begin. Okay, the rest of them are pretty much learning lessons. And if you didn't learn the lesson of the one sign goes to the other, for example, Pluto is going to have the signs for it. He's going to move, and Neptune is going to prepare to do some things too. You might feel little energy close to Aries, but we'll see how the energies when the time comes in. So I think so. There was a also got a question. The planet energy affects the physical vessel with ashes and paints, for example. I understand there is also photon belt energy at play too. What is your take? All right, let me repeat the questions of Josh. Namaste, my friend, for all your good questions. Gosh, I loved it. All right, do the planet's energy affects the physical vessel with achiness and pains, for example? All right. Um, the energy, sometimes I get like energy shocks that goes to your crown chakra, and when it goes in, it goes into the brain, and then you feel like that energy travels down in your back through your spine and goes through your body, just like you get energized. Yes, the planet's affecting you. I talk and I spoke a lot about this effects. Pains are more like your resistance towards the gravitation. Right? That's what the pain is. The gravitational pull or a push. Sometimes you don't want to do certain things, and the energy just pushing you. You feel like pressure is like, specifically when you are angry and you feel this energies inside of you, and you're like go against the flow. All right, and you feel it in your body. It's like, what the hell? I have headaches. I have a pain. My muscle doesn't listen to me. What the heck? You're resisting changes, upgrades. You're resisting the natural flow of life, and that's how the planets they affecting you. Okay, and the energy of the planets it's affecting everybody one way or another. Depends on how is your astrology chart is. So the pains that you see, okay, that could be a pain of change or pain of regrets. That comes in. It's you to look inside of you of all this about uh, the photon belt energy. That is more about what we gain as, because here is we can get negative energy outside of the solar system or positive energy outside of the system, and that affects the sun as well. So, and the central sun of the Milky Way, but also the central sun that comes way back into the whole universe creation. And the more close we are, the more farther we are, or wherever the vibes are, that magnetic pulse of gravitation that keeps the Milky Way floating into space, it is a force. Okay, it is a force, and you need to understand the magnetic field since we are magnets ourselves, um, affecting us. It will have affecting specifically your head, because there's this processes within your neurons that it's connected to your mirroring neurons that opens up the subconscious and your CHAT part of getting information, feeling the vibrations, and all of a sudden you talk to a few people and they have the same thing. They're another side of the world. And you're like, well, I don't know. What do you have? You look at astrology charts, they're totally different people. Why do they feel the same energy? Because the energy is collective. The energy comes to us. And we have energies that protect us, but also we have some energy that affect us. And here is this protections that comes in into us. Some of the vibrations are high, some are low, and some of the vibrations we're not even there to feel yet. We are not there. We don't have this. Um, it's not to authority. Don't get me wrong. It is about to capabilities of comprehension on that kind of high level. Even if you get in information, it's if you read the newspaper that's gonna comes out after 1,000 years, and they're gonna talk about the specific vibes that something happened, you're gonna be like, what are they talking about? You ain't gonna be comprehending it. That's not energy of now. That's energy of the future, and that's what sometimes we get in information from outer space, but that energy could be invasive. That energy could be like creating those cycles, this identities that trying to comes in, because in the universe it's either you create or destroy. You choose what you want to do, and there's going to be some choices within the planet that what route are we going to take? We're going to choose to conquer and destroy, or we're going to choose to explore and build. Okay, if you're a fan of Stargate, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched Stargate Command, SG1, go find it. You'll you'll see Jack O'Neill in there and his team, how they are doing things. So let's see if there's some more questions here. Jessica, I'm still struggling with this energy. What is the best way to release the pressure? Um, Struggling with this energy. What are you struggling in life? Because if you struggle in life, you will struggle with the energy. Release the life that you thought you should have and find your inner peace, then the energy is going to begin to flow naturally from within. Jessica, that's my advice to you. And I also, if you know your chart, take a look your aspects between Mercury and the Moon, and Mercury, Saturn. Because if you have something in there, Saturn can put you on this position of not expressing, not moving energy, not doing anything with the way you express yourself in life, but also it's what you do with your hands in there. And Saturn can kind of like put you in this internal jail, and you might feel these pressures. And take a look: Saturn, Venus, Saturn, Mars. Saturn, Mars, if that's not a good things, you may resisting changes, you may fighting things. Saturn, Venus, you may be closed off to unconditional love, to the thing the way the love is. So it's all about a chart. I mean, okay, look at your chart if you need it. But Casey, how are you? Josh, absolutely. I find that the spirit body is going a long way. The physical body lags behind. Our resolve trauma, etc. Sometimes I feel the energy like sudden intense heat from inside. It's so intense sometimes I have to sit down. What is that deal? Heat? Oh God, that it's connected with anger. The heat energies, it's connected with aggravations that the things are not going. And the heat is built up by intense pressure of the ego over the soul. The soul knows you have to let go, but the ego doesn't want to let go. Okay, if you ever watch The Lord of the Rings, there is a like this duality from within that is this creature Gollum that my precious, but he's also show up his good side, but his internal heat inside of him, there is this uh, obsession. So take a look, obsessions in you, take a look why this heat is. And you have to sit down because usually during the anger, your chemistry in your brain can change so much, and you can kind of like have this um, low pressures inside of you, low blood pressure. It's kind of like the world ends, and um, learn it to release it. You don't need this. If you feel heat waves, um, something's not right. Uh, what else? Um, it starts in my chest, upper body spreads all over the burning from the inside out. Inside out, yes, you'll burn you from inside out because these flames, this internal torture that you do to yourself, creates those vibes. Why are you torturing yourself? You need to look into this things for it. People at the same time getting a really bad flu out of nowhere about a pandemics. Woo! All right. I won't go too much in details about COVID since it's restricted to be make some public comments. But you need to look that throughout the past 2 decades, 3 decades, we turn out to be more focused on a toxicity evolution. Twin flames, however, we grow up in different ways. We are different species. We're more involved, thanks. But the way the brain of some people, it is about create toxicity. Since we producing more toxic energy as humans, and we're living on Earth, more toxic things happens into Mother Nature. Mother Nature says, okay, I'll create more toxic things. And the fact or the pro and the cons about the origins of COVID, it's behind the veil. Okay, we're not going to go in there. But things are the way they are. We learned that during the COVID, we had to go ahead and socialize with people, bringing the family together. You had to be in this deep issues that we go through. A lot of people went through depressions to changes. A lot of people went through this with help, without help. A lot of people got into this, but also there was a learning lessons in there. It's that not everything it is as what it seems. Okay, not everything is as it seems. Hopefully, this kind of like it goes away. I look at the studies and the studies out of previous coronaviruses. I study Japanese professors, which is they are working for the government of Japan, the Ministry of Health, and they made this discovery that um, some of the bacteria in there, they actually eating viruses, the coronaviruses. I made it publicly on the Facebook a while back for it. And bacteria from sauerkraut or specifically in yogurt was kind of like doing the things. But if you look at it back, we have so much toxic environment. We even have a toxicity uh, within the relationship, toxicity within a political relationship, toxicity within the business relationships. I mean, everything is just kind of like a browse on the surface. And what do you expect when you more toxic way of life? What will it bring? What will it create? More toxic thinking. Mother Nature says, "I'll create something." Karma says, "I will create something. I will make something to happen." And that's what we are getting this pandemic things. But if you look at pandemic, the real pandemic, it's within who? It's within us, our toxic way of life. I mean, this all GMO stuff, and we put these toxins in our lives. What do you expect? What do you put in? That's what comes out. And yeah, we'll kind of like go through all this. All right, let's see. Sometimes I feel a face numb on the right side of the face, especially at night. What can it mean? Right side of the face. Uh, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I believe it's Saisa. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I will call you Isa for short. Isa, I want you to take a look what happens on the right side. Is usually the right side is the things of what you do. Take a look at your job. What are you doing? If you, for example, if you work on a computer, you may have this issue of a nerve blockage in here because of the way the mouse comes in. That arm here that connects into the, you may have a pinched nerve, and you will have this numbness of that. Also, go and check out your doctor. If you have the blood clots in here, you may have this, and all of a sudden, this kind of like goes numb. Numbness, it is involved with neurons and improper flow of blood. But as energy, that's mean you missing the half of the point. You're always looking with your left side in life. And you have to learn how to look with the whole face, looking at the whole picture. Maybe you should stop looking everything as love and light. Maybe the life is not only love and light. Maybe there is also a dark and suffering to create a balance. Okay, take a look in this processes within you. Another thing it could be is look what you have on Aries. Okay, look what you have in there. If you have any aspect or a planet in Aries, uh, that may affect some of the transitions. If it's moon, for example, the moon goes around, and could be effects in there. Okay. Message on the Facebooks for chart reading. Looking forward to hear from you. Thank you. All right, Jessica. As soon as I finish, I will take a look, and we are going to go through it. Thank you. Thank you that you are interested in reading. If some of you is interested in reading, you can go ahead and find me on the Facebook and send me a message. Josh, suffering is scared too. Yes, suffering. What are the other side? Okay. That was this quote out of him. Anger becomes a hate, and hate becomes a suffering. Why you're suffering? Because you hate something because of anger. So you have to look deep inside of the anger. The anger, though, you haven't seen, if you've been watching Star Wars, that's coming from Yoda, but his anger when he fights Palpatine is about righteousness, anger. And because it's an anger that comes out of your ego, that why the things didn't happen my way, why the things doesn't happen through this, why is this, okay, that can turn to hate and you suffer. But the righteousness, anger, can kind of like has to do with justice and truth. But be careful with the coin called anger, because the anger can transfer you from the one side to the other, from the good side to the bad side. And some of the manipulators, they can kind of like manipulate things. And when you get angry at them, you might hate them, and you become this suffering. So, for example, in the movies, Anakin Skywalker, he always felt like he's been controlled by Obi-Wan. And he told him in a very much aggravation, I hate you, I hate you. And during his anger, even, he put a force towards the love of his life. Okay. That was when he turned sides for it. That's done this dark things inside of him. And if you look at it in this position, the suffering, it has something to do with hate. Okay. It has to do something with ignorance. All right. Because if you have to do with this, it's the ego suffers. All right. So, any other questions that you guys have? All right, well, it was 48 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. I will get a close up on this. Is remind yourself of seeing the both ways, seeing in both things. Augustine Rodriguez, can Venus and Aries introduce to more connections? Augustine, yes and no. You might. It all depends of your destiny. Okay, It may lead to a new connection, to a new person, to a new love, a new way of life, if the old one cannot work. But can also mean that you renew yourself to reconcile. There is this duality energies that it's floating around right now, because the Mars is not coming into Aries yet. All right, neither the Jupiter has been permanently moved to Aries. That's going to happen. I have this. Where did I left my notes? Pluto and Jupiter. Okay. Well, Jupiter, it's gonna be turning backwards on July 29th, and by November 24th, he's going to be 28 degrees, which is means somewhere around New Year, somewhere around like before New Year, maybe by the November 7th, he's gonna be moved into Aries. You will know between now and November 7th what you need to do. I will take a patience right now with this new energies, study them, trust the love, trust the soul, trust the universe, trust the vibes. But the one thing you need to be always mindful about it, it's the actions, nothing else. Actions proves the truth. And the truth, it is all about the vulnerabilities, okay? That everything it is the way it is. The truth's determined, it is what it is. That's the bottom line. And dealing with the truth, you will do in true actions. But if you not, then you don't know the truth, then there is what it is, could be kind of like foggy as the other side, the dark side clouds everything, impossible to see it is. Okay, so did something happen yesterday astrology? I feel desire to revert to old ways and habits, and I don't really care about reunion with twin like I did 2 days ago. Just apathy. Casey, you may feel that. This energy of union, reunion, this energy of things. I mean, gosh, it has been like another cycle begins, feel like it. Everyone is going to have this individualized things. But if you are connected strongly with the universe is going to give you the guidance. Maybe right now you're in a process of spiritual healing. Okay, you kind of like maybe feeling it something, but it's kind of like cloudy. Um, and what happened yesterday is that Venus crossed into Aries, and that Venus in Aries is just like new things leave the old. And you said like going back my old ways, going back to my old life. Is it really your old life, or you just a beginning new life with your ways, the way you are, who you really are? Okay, take a look deeply in you. You'll figure it out that you might have something to do with your old way of life, but you're a different person. You're evolved somehow. You go back to the drawing board of building your life. Because every time a planet crossing Pisces Aries, it's have these feelings. It's like, well, I feel like I begin something from scratch. I mean, I have to go back to my old life and do my own things, live this things. Ability of let go of things that they don't serve you anymore. They don't have a purpose in your life anymore. You might feel that, and you're gonna go back to your old self. Yes, you might do that because also Pluto is retrograde. It's like go back to review, and things will be the way they are. Okay. Um, yeah, you won't care about reunion. If the person who are with an, you are connected with it, if there was a some kind of damage into the internal world of you, once you're crossing that point, it's like I had enough with it. You damage my dreams, my hopes, my opportunities with you, so I can be in this darkness, so I can join you in the darkness. It's not going to work that way. I try to pull you into the light, and guess what? You see what the light can do. You didn't want it to cooperate. You didn't want to be truthful, okay? And you might feel like some portions of you doesn't want reunion. That could be because of understanding something. It doesn't have nothing to do with you about this. Okay. When one person damages your internal world where the soul lives, when you build the dreams, hopes, and opportunity with someone by involving your soul, you create this world in you, your inner world in you. But when that person just comes in and destroys everything, or they bolt out, or they do things on it, they hurting that portions of the soul. They demolishing in there. But the soul, it's connected to the spirit. Okay. And the soul, it's creation of God. So it's kind of like a you damage property of God. Okay. And you feel like God's telling you just you don't need reunion. Okay. I will deal with them. That's called another story. But you have to learn to rebuild your life. And that's where you may have a confusions within you that you don't want reunion because you don't want nobody that comes in anymore and destroy this inner world of yours. You don't want to allow somebody to comes in and step up in your garden that you built, or step up in your beauty of who you are internally inside of you. And that could be the one reasons that you might feel like this. Okay, but you feel the new energies that will help you to heal, help you to grow, and to protect your inner world. You build that uh, boundaries about this door with the truth I was talking about. That you don't come in with good and true attentions. You don't come here to respect. You don't come here with all the proper love and all true intentions. God was not going to let you in. When God lets you in, I'll let you in. That's it. Simple as that. God puts their protections in place. And now God sees that this soul has been damaged. That has been damaged in there. God will heal the soul. The soul always can heal itself. Okay, but you have to have a boundaries. Who you let inside of the soul now? You won't have them. You'll be well guarded, and no magic crap and none of that shit is gonna come like manipulations and all that stuff. No, it's only the truth. You will know how the truth feels because it's protected by the divine. God says, okay, they're truthful. You can let it in. God's gonna let him in, not you. So I hope that would be um, uh, help you, Casey, with everything. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow I'm gonna have another video for you guys. Have some questions, okay? Write me a message either on the Facebook or write me here in the comments under the videos. What do you guys need help with? So we can be able to kind of like talk about it, and also the community to kind of like you guys watching these videos, because those videos are for you. They can be more helpful. And when we have this video conference live chats, it helps everybody. You see the questions they're asked from the people and the energy that floats. It's good. It feels good, and it's for you. Which is raising vibrations. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Augustine, thank you. You have a great day too. And all of you, guys, just be love.